We good? All right. Welcome in, everybody, to Average Joe Sports Talk. This is our weekly high school preview. The thing about this one is the first week of the playoffs. It's a very, very massive week. This is one of those, I mean, you win, you go to the house, that's it. There is no award for second place. There is no, going back. I mean, you either win, you go home. And I'm just going to start our show out on a little bit of a negative tone, which we normally never do. But two of our teams here locally that I think is getting an awful draw. And we're not looking ahead, but Etowah and Hopes Bluff, albeit if they win these first two games, has got awful draws.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, they're basically in the second round going to play. Hopes Bluff would play a 10-0 team, and Etowah would play a 9-1 team. And neither one of them has been ranked out of the top 5 all year. So how in the world? And Etowah's not been ranked out of the top 3.
No, they haven't. I think they started out
Hopes Bluff is 3 now.
Yeah,
correct?
they're 3 now. Yeah, they only dropped one spot after they lost to Jacksonville.
They just flip flops spaces.
Yeah.
So I don't understand how that is. I don't understand the breakdown on that, but maybe somebody else does.
Well, from what I understand, you have these regions, and they're preset before the start of the year, and it's kind of region 4, like on right here. It's region 4. Whoever finishes first in that would play region 2.
The 4th place in region 2.
Yeah, the 4th place in region 2 would play the 1st place in region 4.
Okay.
So you could have a really good region, and
So then it comes down to 2 versus 3.
Yeah.
In the next region.
and then let's say there's a not so good region, and the 4th team in let's say region class 7A region 3. You look at that, and Hewitt-Truss will finish 4th in that.
Yeah.
And beat Hoover by 5.
Yeah, so if you're in the region that plays region 3 and you finish 1st, well, now Hewitt-Truss was traveling to you,
And you got a bad draw.
and you're going to get.
Okay, here's my argument. Why is Etowah playing a 9-1 team in the second round then?
It's a little bit to do with like what he just said, and like what you guys talk about with Hoover. It is like having talked to a couple people from Etowah, those 2 regions that we kind of cross up with a little bit, they're about like that Hoover region where they're all good teams. They've just kind of beat up on each other just a little bit. And yeah, they had 1 loss, but that 1 loss, I think they all had 1 loss. So
Well,
we went up with a 3rd place.
Jasper
team with 1
beat
loss.
Russellville
Yeah.
by 30-something. That was their only loss.
Yeah.
So
Jasper's
obviously
special.
Jasper's right.
Yeah,
So obviously
Jasper's
Jasper's the one. And then you got Madison Academy sitting there.
Yeah, with that quarterback of theirs, it's that dude's A1A, bro. If we wind up playing Madison Academy, go watch that game to watch that quarterback play our defense.
Well, hopefully we can.
Yeah, because like the way they got the regions matched up, like I said, they match up the regions at the beginning of the year, like Josh said. Like this year, you got Region 8 and Region 6 matched up in all classes except for 7A, and next year it's gonna flip. Like we got 8 and 6 matched up. It'll be 8 and Region 8 and Region 5 maybe matched up next season. They try to switch it around every year, but this year it's it just didn't work.
It works out. And some years it might work out to where it's actually a good system, but this year,
It's not good.
not good.
It's just scary, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, Hopes Bluff is playing a team that's averaging 60 points a game in the second round if they win the first.
And you could make an
Right.
argument that this negates what all the hard work that Hopes Bluff did during the
In the
season,
season, yeah.
because they probably could have got a better draw at another position.
Now, let me throw this at you. Minus, and I'm not, if, shoulds, woulds, and can'ts and all this, the quarterback's right bicep is healthy. Hopes Bluff's more dynamic offensively. So let's play devil's advocate here and say he's not healthy. And they're running into a team where they know they got to put, let's say Hopes Bluff's defense does an outstanding job and they hold them to half their points. Hopes Bluff still got to score 31 points to beat them, bro.
Yeah.
Yep. I see what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I just don't understand how a team that's never been out of the top 3 all year is facing a 10-0 team averaging 62 points a game in the second round.
There's got to be a better system, and I think the state should probably look to other states and see how they're seeding their playoffs and to see if there's something different that they can do. At first, when they switched from area play to region play, I wasn't a fan of region play. because it killed a lot of rivalry games. But now,
Yes. Thank you.
yeah, I wasn't a fan.
Thank
I'm still sort of not a fan of it, because back when we were in school, Etowah and Gaston High would play, and that game meant more than just a rivalry. When Southside and Etowah played, it was more than just a rivalry. Now, you got Gaston City traveling, all their region games are at Huntsville and Florence,
Yeah,
and I mean
man.
that's ridiculous. And and they said they did it to save the school's money, and
How is it traveling halfway across the state saving money?
I don't. It doesn't. It
We sound like a
doesn't
bunch
make
of
sense.
negative Nellies. Don't we?
Well, it's stuff that needs to be
It needs
talked
to be
about.
talked
It needs to be talked about, and
We have a little bit of a media outlet and a little bit of traction, so I think we need to talk about
it does need to be talked about. Like I said, maybe the state needs to look at other states and see what they're doing, as far as grouping their teams and the playoff.
So what? I mean, just spitballing here. Why don't rankings come into play in this? Because they do in every single other. I mean, like NFL, college football, college basketball. Every rankings
They literally throw the rankings out the door.
they do.
The
They do.
Well, the
Do you
rankings-
think North Jackson and Hopes Bluff should play in the second round in
No, that's
any
a-
format of playoffs anywhere?
No, that's the third or fourth round game.
Aiden, would you match them two up in the second round, or would you match them up
Let's
to go to the
Let's
state?
introduce them.
Oh, man, he needs no introduction, bro. Everybody knows who this
Everybody
man
knows
is.
Hayden.
Hayden's all over our page, man. He needs no introduction. But really, Hayden, seriously, just as a fan, would you match up the Golden State Warriors and let's say from last year, the Golden State Warriors and the Cleveland Cavaliers in the second round of the playoffs, or in the finals?
No, you got to do it in the finals.
Right.
You gotta do it,
So
yeah.
thank you, and he's just straight up being honest as a fan,
Yeah.
bro. I don't understand the logic. I think
Well,
something needs to change.
Well, the rankings too. That's something I meant to bring up earlier this year, but the rankings haven't been too good either. I don't know who's doing how they vote, but
You was the one talking about the Spain Park.
Spain Park
got a vote.
actually got a vote, and they were like sitting at 1 and 5, and I was like, why don't we just give everybody a vote that whether they have a win or not? I mean,
Did you ever find out who made that vote?
I'm sure it was somebody
looked
from
into
Birmingham
it.
or Hoover. I can't.
No.
I think there's a website to
He's
look
got
at.
whoever it is got a tattoo on him, bro. He's got like a
Yeah.
Spain
We
Park.
need to-
Got to, because I mean, and there was some other rankings like with Etowah. I didn't agree. Well, Viger did beat a ranked team, but I think
Come on, when they jumped.
They
Yeah,
jumped.
they jumped Etowah. I do get that, and there was just a lot of things in the polls this year I just didn't understand. There were some undefeated teams in some classes ranked like 7 and 8, and then there's teams with 1 or 2 losses ranked above them. I'm like, what's going on? So there needs to be the ranking system probably needs to be overhauled too, instead of letting these
And
reporters.
they need to have these. Your votes should go public. I mean,
Oh,
They are
yeah.
public. I just got to find the website. They're public somewhere because I
Well, see,
found
that's
it
the
about a
thing.
year ago. and
there's
I-
a difference between it being public on one click and 15 clicks deep in a
When everybody
website.
gives it up, yeah.
Yeah, I found it, and I will just have to go and dig around and find it again.
Shannon's Etowah tattoo is kind of transparent. It's not. It's not like a tramp stamp. Okay, look. Let's get into these games. Let's dig into these games for a second. Shout out to Coach Woods. Shout out to Coosa Christian coming on.
Oh yeah,
Man, you guys were excellent. You guys represented it. Now, I know Mark Sanders at Donahoe. He's a friend of mine. He's the head coach at Donahoe. Very, very tough game. 8-2 versus 7-3. That's what I want to see. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But now I did hear on the radio the other day. I was listening to a show and they were like, Coosa Christian's probably one of the most dangerous third seeds in the state in 1A because their ability to score points. These guys they have put up
70 points.
in a game, right? So.
Yeah, not can, they have.
Yeah, they have, and you could see why. Man, these two guys that we featured the other night. When you start looking into the numbers, I mean, we're talking 90 tackles on defense.
Between 2 people.
Yeah, was it 40 touchdowns and
Yeah.
4,000 yards
Yeah.
between the two of them?
Yeah,
So
it was-
and that's just 2 of the guys. That's just
Yeah.
2 of the guys in our offense in the same backfield. My point is, it's going to be a very good game. Obviously, Donahoe features a running back. I can't remember his name. He's had an excellent season. And if it's anything to do, hey, Mark Sanders is an old offensive lineman from Alabama. I know they're going to pound the ball. That's what they want to do. Can Coosa, undersized man, up front on defense, can they stop this guy from running the ball? Going to be an interesting game. That's a game that one of us somebody sitting here needs to go cover, and we may
One
do
of
that.
us will be there.
Okay.
One of us may do that
Yeah.
for real. And the thing about that is I think we owe it to them, man, because I want to see these guys play
Yeah.
live. We see
yeah.
snippets and stats from them.
I had no idea that Mark Sanders was over at Donahoe.
I didn't either.
You know, I worked with him and
You know, you want to say the sales the
yeah, and he turned Victory Christian
Victor
around.
Christian, yeah. They were 0-10 when he got there, I think.
Yeah, and he
And turn them
completely
around.
flipped them around. So I'm happy for Mark, but that's going to be a pretty good game.
Yeah.
It is. I'm looking at some of Coosa scores there. They can definitely score, and they were in a tough region. They were in a region with Faultville, which finished the season undefeated, and R.A. Hubbard, which used to be Cortland, and we all know Cortland, that
Oh
history.
man, I know that. I know you remember Cortland from the
Yeah.
from the '90s, but that,
Yeah. Well, Cortland and Hazelwood combined, and they're R.A. Hubbard now, so you can imagine. So being in that region, Coosa's battle tested.
Remember Dusty Pearson them having those battles with Cortland
Yep.
and the battles with Pike County. That was the
I
two
remember,
teams we
yeah.
always battled.
Hazelwood.
Hazelwood, yeah. Hazelwood and Cortland, they were like 5 miles apart, but
Let's go ahead and knock this region out and get it over with. Is anybody at this table think anybody in the Gadsden City, Bob Jones region is going to beat anybody from 7A Region 3?
No.
No.
So we got Bob Jones versus Hoover, Mountain Brook versus Austin, Hewitt Trussell versus James Clemens, and Florence versus Thompson.
James Clemens might give Trussell a run for their money because they can't score. They've got a quarterback that's committed to Vanderbilt. He can run and throw the ball. He put a hurting on Gadsden City, and they've got some receivers that can get out in the open.
You think they'd have the best chance out of all of them?
James Clemens has the best chance. If they get into yeah, James Clemens, they can score points. They started out
Hewitt's
slow.
defense is trash too, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. James Clemens put up 50 on Gadsden City, and Gadsden City has a pretty decent defense, and they put 50 on them. So
They essentially held Etowah's offense to what, 2 legitimate touchdowns, and then their defense scored 2 touchdowns.
yeah, so I mean, Gadsden City's defense really wasn't their problem this year. So James Clemens is not the only hope out of that region.
So you were looking at a 50 to 40 something game, probably maybe.
Probably it's going to be a shootout.
Look at that second round matchup though. You got Thompson.
We'll be here all night if we do that.
This is kind of another thing what you were talking about earlier. I didn't even look at this, but you could possibly have a Viger Briarwood second round matchup.
See, that's
See,
what
that's-
you need. Good, because if we're dealing with it up here, they need to deal with it down
in the
there.
south. Yeah.
Thank you. Good. That's a good
I'm
thing.
glad you found that because I didn't see that.
Yeah, I didn't either. So
Well,
I was
that's
just
good.
like, holy
Yeah,
crap,
even the
dude.
6A, you're looking at a Hewittown Saraland
Hayden,
matchup. In
we
the
ain't got
second
Hayden
round.
talking yet. Hayden, let's be honest with you. When you hear the names Briarwood, you hear the names Viger or Ramsey, those are names out of the South, right?
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
So they should be cannibalism. They should be playing each other in the second round like they are up here.
They really should.
Yeah.
And I know Ramsey's real good. They're real fast. That from track.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know they're a really good team.
And the thing about it is, man, look at it this way, dude. I don't want to keep harping on this. They got to change that, bro. That's just ridiculous, dude.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Why should them 2 teams in the South, the Woods, name me 2 teams in the South that should play in the second round or the semifinals, bro? That you couldn't think of a better 2. Who do you want to sprinkle in there besides them in the South? Anybody?
No,
Throw me a name.
there's nobody that jumps
Those
out.
two, I mean,
No.
really, the South is going to come down to Viger and
Viger,
Briarwood.
Ramsey, or Briarwood, right? So
Yeah.
one of those teams should be playing. One of those 3 teams. 2 of those 3 should be playing in the semifinals,
yeah.
not the second round.
Yeah.
That makes no sense, dude.
Well, Ramsey's at the top of the bracket, so Ramsey's probably got the easiest path to the semifinals. And
You'd think Etowah does, but then you look at Etowah's bracket and you're like, what is going on?
yeah, that's crazy.
All right, let's move on. So we already established the 7A. 6A, we're going to hit on 2 games. We're going to move real quick. Albertville versus Pinson Valley. Dindy, we love you, bro. Do your thing. You're going to have to do your thing because you're about to run into a buzzsaw.
You're going to do your thing a lot.
Yeah, Dindy, we're pulling for you, bro. You're the hometown team, bro.
We're working for you,
Dindy,
man.
we're gonna make videos of you. We're gonna have you on the show before this is all over with. Before we shut our football coverage down, because we've been following you all year. Do your thing. All right, Oxford at Hazel Green. Reggie, talk to me now. Don't let me hanging, Reggie.
Hazel Green, they had a pretty tough non-region schedule, which is their record is a little deceiving. I think they finished 6-4, but Oxford, they're battle tested. They had Pinson Valley, and Clay Chalkville to deal with in their region. So I see Oxford going up to Hazel Green and handling business. Really,
That Region 6 is tough.
yeah. There's some tough regions out there. I mean, a lot of them, and that's why I Oxford. They control their own destiny right here. But I see them going up to Hazel Green and getting the win. I don't really see Hazel Green putting up much of a fight.
I don't foresee Oxford having any problems till round 3.
2.
With Clay Chalkville.
2.
2?
Jackson Owen, they're undefeated.
Yeah, they're good.
Oh,
Webb's back though, right? I've heard he's back.
Webb's back.
Yeah.
I talked to someone who works at Oxford. And they said Webb's back for sure. I'm not giving
Okay.
no names who I talked to, but they said he's back. He said he sat out 1 week and he's back.
Kendall McCullum is healthy. That's the LSU commit at linebacker.
Okay.
So,
Oxford's kind of been a benchmark for 6A for the last 2 to 3 years in and around North Alabama. So, well, really ever since Rock Thomas was there, really.
Yeah.
They've been pretty solid ever since then.
Oh yeah.
All right, Woods, here we go. Gunners Boyle Walk.
So, like we talked about last night when Trent was here, they're a young team. They're not 3 years ago, Gunnersville. They're real young. They do have an athletic playmaker quarterback, but he's a true freshman. Of course, he's a true freshman. They are. He's young. He is a freshman, but he's dynamic. I don't know that he'll be able to. It's a different world against Edward's defense out there. Looking forward to week 2. Let me get this. Let me make sure that's right. If Center Point beats Russellville, we have to go to Center Point. If Russellville beats Center Point, then Russellville comes to Etowah.
yeah, there's
Some
some.
old school 90s.
Wait, run that by again?
If Center Point beats Russellville, then we travel to Center Point the next week. If Russellville beats Center Point, then they come to Etowah.
That's huge.
Yeah, it is huge.
That's
Some old
huge.
90s 5A football playoffs.
Hayden, talk to me, brother.
I like Etowah. I don't see Gunnersville really hanging with Etowah. They're just Etowah's just too good.
I think you're about to see Etowah come as much as I've hammered on the offense a little bit. I think you're about to see a focused. We know the defense is going to be focused. There's no doubt in our minds. I think the offense is about to say, okay, now here we are. All year y'all been asking. Now here we are. Let's feed Trent Davis. Hopefully, let's feed Emil Smith and DeAndre Williams, and let's roll.
Open up that playbook a little bit.
Yeah.
I think another person that's an X factor is DeRicky.
There's no doubt.
Yeah, I mean, he's
No doubt.
Name me a person.
He hasn't taken a snap at quarterback like the last 2 or 3 games. I can tell you that.
Here's the thing about it. Name me a person that you would rather have in your slot in 5A than DeRicky Wright.
Yep.
That dude is an athlete. He's a playmaker. He's a gamer, and he turns it on when the big
Yeah.
game show up. Not only offensively, but defensively.
You know what?
He's average Joe Sports Talk Defensive Player of the Year.
And you know this is his first year playing defense. I don't even know if I've ever brought that up.
I didn't know that.
The first year he's ever played
You know
defense.
what though? I'm gonna tell you something. You can tell his offensive background by the way when he jumps on routes and he does make plays and picks balls off. He's going to the house with it, bro. He's
Yeah.
not just making the play and following that. Like he's going to the house. He's got that mentality, and I think that translated over with was it 4 or 5 defensive touchdowns this year?
It was 4, I think.
4
pick
right.
sixes.
So I mean that's just
Sometimes that helps when you know routes and you can see kind of what they're wanting to do as a wide receiver. You can jump it because you've been there, you've done that.
Yeah, I agree.
the guy's what
I agree.
6'3", 6'4",
He's
long,
6'4", yeah.
rangy. Anything in his vicinity, he's catching.
He's catching,
Oh, they
yeah.
say he's better at baseball than anything.
Wow.
They say he's nasty at
Now,
baseball.
we're going to hit on this game real quick. We're going to move on. Boaz East Limestone.
I think,
That's a good one.
Hayden, lead us on.
yeah, what you got?
You got to go. You gotta, come on, man.
Yeah.
You going to follow Christian Collins?
Yeah.
This is going to be one of those cold weather,
It is gonna be
straight
cold.
ahead.
It's gonna be cold.
It's supposed to be in the 30s.
It's gonna be real cold Friday
I mean,
night.
that's like catching a cinder block
Right.
or holding that
Christian
football.
Collins, they're going to hand him a cinder block.
Yeah, it's going to be.
I think this is one of the games where Collins shows out.
Yeah, Boaz, they had 2 straight losses to Southside and Etowah, and I think they want to get back on
You
track.
got one of the hotter teams in 5A, and you got the number 1 team in 5A. On those 2 losses. East
Yeah.
Limestone's neither one of those teams, I don't think.
No.
And your consolation prize is you get to go and play Mortimer Jordan the next week.
Well, you know what though? I'd like to see Christian Collins play Mortimer Jordan because I want to see how they attack Mortimer Jordan, and it'll let me know what Etowah's going to do against them. Because Etowah pounds the ball a lot like they do.
Mm-hmm.
The difference is I think Etowah can throw a little bit better than them, and I think Etowah's got a little bit better of athletes all the way around the field. But it'd be interesting to see what Collins would do against them. We got to stop talking about the second round, guys. We're getting ahead.
Oh yeah, we are.
That's why they're secret Boaz though. That dude's good.
Now, we'll hit on this one
Yeah.
real quick. We're gonna move on. Brewer at Southside, and I'm telling you, it's gonna be a pretty tough game. I'm leaning towards Southside because they're on fire right now. Bothell's been killing. Their defense has been showing out. I'm a Southside lean on this one. Does anybody else? Willie Hayden, what do you think?
Yeah, I got Southside. They're on. Gosh, what was it? What'd you say the other thing was? I can't remember.
What is Brewer? Brewer's
Yeah.
7-3.
8-2,
8-2.
7-3, something like that.
Last week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got Southside. I think Bothell's just too good.
And they're peaking at the right time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Cat Bothell.
You play devil's advocate, right?
I am.
I like it.
Man, I live in Southside. I'm pulling for those guys to win, but I don't know. If I, gun to head, I'd probably say Brewer.
I like where your head's at, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Give
here we
it to
go.
me. Bring
Here we
it
go.
on.
Here we go.
Not so fast, my friend. Not so fast, my
I
friend.
like it. Be tough.
This is Brewer's first time in the playoffs since '99.
Is it really?
First time since '99. So those guys
that gonna-
they don't know that feeling, that pressure of being in the playoffs. Southside's been there before. A lot of those guys have been there. So I don't.
That could, when you're dealing with high school kids, that could be a good thing. It could be a bad
Back
thing.
then, yeah.
'Cause if they're not
really
feeling
good.
pressure,
Brewer's 2 losses.
Mhm.
Madison Academy, East Limestone.
man, it's quality losses.
Yeah, those are quality losses.
I'm with Josh and I'm going Brewer first round. We love Southside.
I'm pulling for
We
it.
do. I hope
I
they win. Yes, we all hope you win. But
I'm gonna ride Southside because they're hot.
Yeah, I'm
They
gonna rock
are
with
hot,
Southside.
yeah.
They are
Mr. Moon and company is gonna make tough sledding.
And the quarterback,
That's-
has found his groove. He found his groove last week.
That's
So
that's the other players that I actually know, or that I actually know, like personally, like Chance Moon, and then Cat Bothell and Blake Hobbian.
Right.
I think, is he safety or DB?
He's
Or
that's
safety
number
or
one.
is
Is
that
that
one that came here? Right?
Yeah,
4.
number.
Yeah.
What number is it? 1.
12, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Blake wasn't Blake that
No, no.
came, but he's on defense. I can't remember what
Yeah.
position.
I think he's corner. if I'm
Right.
correct.
Here's the thing about it. I think Southside's hot right now, and Southside's beat some legitimate teams like Alexandria bad.
Oh yeah.
Now Brewer may have got beat by East Limestone and Madison Academy.
Those are good losses though. Those are really
Good
good.
They're beat
losses.
downs. They weren't just like they were beat downs. It's not
They
like they
were-
were
oh,
competitive.
okay.
Yeah.
So I think
Oh wait, they weren't.
No, they were not competitive at all.
I'm gonna say Southside by
Yeah,
double digits.
I'd love to see Southside match up against Etowah in the semifinals.
No,
That'd
you
be great.
that would be great.
No, you would.
Okay, all right, moving on.
All right, here we go.
I'm talking about for the community.
Oh, for the community, yes, it'd be awesome.
Yeah, that would-
It
see, there
be,
we go.
All
yes.
right, we're gonna hit on 2 4A games. We're shutting it down. Anybody see Rogers having a chance versus Jacksonville?
No.
No,
No.
absolutely.
This ain't Aaron Rodgers. This is
Yeah.
Rogers. This is
High
Mr.
School.
Rogers. All right, now last game: Central Florence versus Oaks Bluff.
Oh.
Last time Darren was on the show, showed out 400 yards.
Yeah,
I'm looking for
next
3 out of him this time.
300 yards. I'm thinking Oaks Bluff's going to win this game 42-20. I'm
I
gonna
like
give
it.
42-20.
I like
If
it.
they give up 20.
And
Quarterback's healthy now. He said his biceps back to about 80-85%, so he can throw the ball vertically.
Good.
yeah.
Get people out of the box.
And Meads last time they played Asheville and golly,
It's tough, man.
I would not want to be able to get in front of
And
them.
we haven't talked about Asheville all year long, but they ended the season with a big win.
Yeah.
Satan's boys, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I want to give us.
at quarterback. You got Tom Armstrong at running back.
He actually recommended him for player of the
Yeah.
week. We'd already chose
Yeah.
one, or we would definitely
Yeah.
consider that for sure.
But yeah, shout out to Asheville.
Shout out to Hayden, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's not a super fan. He's part of the family. Man.
yeah,
right.
he is.
Dylan, we were watching him and I was running out there and I gave the referee the ball and I was running back and I gave Dylan a little pat on the back. I said, you know, you can sling the ball. And he said, yeah, no.
Oh, dang, baby.
Yeah, he pulled a little Han Solo there.
Obviously.
And
You
then
should have said obviously.
Yeah.
he went out there. He went out there again on I want to say it was in the third quarter. Back-to-back drives, back-to-back offensive plays. Well, actually no. They gave the ball to Ty, and he got like a first down, and then they ran the fake handoff, and then he threw it over the top to Derek Walker.
Mm.
I like it.
So that's
Their
what's
defense
good
played good
Yeah.
for the
too.
future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
And you got Barry Simmons coaching up there.
Good guy. I know his wife. I went to school with his wife at Gadsden State.
Hey, you gotta come on our show more, man.
Yeah.
He said he'd be our Asheville guy next year.
We for real? We want an Nashville guy to sit in with us. You'll sit in with us some next year?
You being that serious? Like
Yeah.
on the show like every
Yeah.
day.
Yep.
Like when we like if Asheville's playing somebody, then we need to talk Asheville football. You gonna be our guy?
Oh heck yeah.
Hey, we may go cover Asheville in the off season, but we're gonna cover a ton of teams working out.
Yeah.
So if you got some connections, let us know. But we're about to shut this video down. All right, guys. So playoff football. There is no room for second place. There is no room for error. It's execution, execution, execution. We're about to shut this video down, guys. Thank you, Hayden. Thank you for sitting in. We're going to film a college review right here. Reggie, Shannon, Joshua. It's that time. It's playoff time, baby.
It's that my favorite time of the year.
It's put up or
And
shut up.
I know
Yep.
we did a lot of complaining about the season and whatnot, but yeah, I'm looking forward to this.
We're looking for cold weather and hand warmers, baby.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Some good football.
We're gonna be on the sidelines.
Thanksgiving football weekend.
Oh yeah,
Always the best.
beautiful.
You sit down with that turkey, you got the dress, and watch a good old iron ball.
I like the color guy over here.
Yeah.
He paints a good picture.
So this is Average Joe Sports Talk. Please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the bell for the notifications. We are out.